The stories we tell shape our understanding of the world, but many beloved legends have surprisingly dark origins rooted in historical events. Let's explore the real-world inspirations behind some famous myths and folk tales. The Pied Piper of Hamelin is more than just a children's story. Historical records from 1384 state, "It has been 100 years since our children left." Theories suggest the tale may represent a tragedy like famine, disease, or forced emigration that befell the town's youth in 1284. Robin Hood wasn't necessarily one heroic outlaw, but likely an amalgamation of various medieval criminals. Court records from the 12th century show Robin Hood was a common nickname for lawbreakers. The legend evolved over time, with playwrights eventually reimagining the character as a noble-born hero. King Arthur's legendary exploits defending Britain against Saxon invaders may be based on real battles in the 5th and 6th centuries. While no contemporary sources name Arthur specifically, archaeological evidence suggests there was a powerful British war leader active during this tumultuous period. Also, the legendary Round Table wasn't at all a piece of furniture. It was a large structure made of wood and stone that could accommodate up to 1,000 of Arthur's men. Historians believe noblemen would have sat in the front rows of a circular meeting place, while lower-ranked attendees sat on stone benches further back. The bloodthirsty Dracula was inspired by Vlad the Impaler, a 15th century ruler of Wallachia. Vlad was known for brutally impaling his enemies, once leaving 20,000 impaled corpses to terrify an invading Ottoman army. His violent methods became the stuff of horror stories. Vlad's other nickname, the Impaler, he got from his preferred method of punishment. The real-life Dracula did not suck people's blood. The myth of King Midas and his golden touch likely originated with a real 8th century BC Phrygian king. This historical Midas was married to a woman credited with inventing coinage, which may have led to stories of his legendary wealth. In ancient Greek mythology, King Midas of Phrygia helped a drunk satyr, a male nature spirit with a horse's tail and ears, who rewarded Midas by granting him a wish. Midas's wish to turn everything he touched into gold was granted, but it backfired on him. The experience made Midas hate wealth and riches, so he left his palace and moved to the countryside to follow the simple life as a worshipper of Pan, the god of the wild. Saint Nicholas, the primary inspiration for Santa Claus, was a 4th century bishop known for his generosity. However, he also had a violent streak, once punching a rival priest during a heated religious debate. Over time, his legend evolved into the jolly gift-giver we know today. The Bluebeard fairy tale about a murderous husband stems from the crimes of Gilles de Rais, a 15th century French nobleman. The legend of Bluebeard, a serial wife killer, traces back to Gilles de Rais, 1404-1440, a nobleman from Brittany and member of the prestigious Montmorency family. Once a celebrated military hero, Rais was eventually executed for murdering dozens of children in horrific rituals. The legend of Atlantis may be rooted in the destruction of Minoan civilization by the massive therovolcanic eruption around 1600 BC. In the 2nd millennium BC, the Minoans, based out of the Mediterranean island of Crete, created history's first naval trade empire. They also developed what, for the era, was a particularly sophisticated and advanced civilization. Then it all crashed down, due in large part to a natural disaster. This natural disaster fundamentally altered the balance of power in the ancient Mediterranean. From serial killers to volcanic cataclysms, the true stories behind our myths are often more fascinating than the legends themselves. By examining these origins, we gain insight into the historical events and cultural forces that shaped our ancestors' worldviews and continue to influence us today.